Hi, welcome to our next topic under application software. We looked at a number of things. We looked at Microsoft Word, we looked at Microsoft PowerPoint. Then today we are going to look at Microsoft Access. Okay, Microsoft Access. Now, Microsoft Access is it is the database management system. So it is an application, or it is a software which deals with creation of a database. So when you talk about database, we are talking about having the ability to create information, the data where the information can be accessed. So we are talking about creation of data sets. Okay, so as usual, the procedure is, of course, once your PC is on, which you already know, you search. Okay, you search Microsoft on the search bar. Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access. Okay, Microsoft. So they just say Access. All right, they just say Access. Okay, so it will come Access 2013. Okay, so here you are creating a database. Okay, now this database can be used to do quite a number of things. Okay, this database can be used to create quite a number of things. A number of database systems. So includes the database for the sales. Okay, the people attending conference, people attending church service, and other things. So as you open, you actually see this. Okay, so this is a general, these are templates. Okay, like we've been looking at other things, these are templates. So these are personal contact manager, time card, personal accounts, ledger, etc. Okay, so here basically, if you can use the template, you can use the template, but for us we'll go with the blank database. All right, so as usual, just like the other database, the other softwares that we've been using, like Word and PowerPoint, they have tabs. Okay, so there is these columns are two bars. All right, there are two bars, so these bars are the two. So of course on there, these things we already introduced them, we already understand the new, open, save, as, print, close, accounts, and option. Okay, then we go to home. Of course, to home we find different things. Now if you can see, these are more like a faint. It is because they are not yet activated. You haven't yet started creating anything, so they can't be active. You will see that they'll be active once we start creating. Okay, so when you create, there are different things here: application parts, table design, SharePoint. So here, this is one of the one of the softwares that they use to create different application forms and other things that you may need. Okay, query wizard, query design, which is they only have a form design, blank form, etc, form wizard, navigation, reports, report blanks, and other things. Okay, so apart from that, this software can also be used to create a database for the research. Okay, database for the research. So you've got external data. Also here we've got different icons there that represent different functions. As you practice, you'll be able to know what they mean. Okay, so here you can save, export. You can export to Excel as a text file, as XML file, PDF file, XPS file, email. You can be able to share this. Then there's a database tool where we've got a compact and repair database, Visual Basics, relationships. So you can actually do different things. Okay, you can be able to marry the relationships of certain variables or certain factors that you enter. You understand all these things as we go. Then we've got a field. Then of course we've got short text, number, the currency, Okay, so there are all those. Then we've got tables and things like that. Okay, so now here we are. Okay, so we want to create a database. Let's assume that we want to create a database for the sales. Okay, we want to see how many people, we want to discover, maybe we want to analyze the age group of the people that buy our products. Okay, we want to look at the different variables that make up the population that buy our products. Or the skills department wants to know how many people are benefiting and what age, or what are the characteristics of the people that are benefiting in this free skill. So let's go ahead and create something. So first of all, for you to create a database, you come here on the corner left, you press there's the arrow, you press, then there's Datasheet View and Design View. So you go on Design View. So this table, we'll name it as Just Life. Okay, sampled database. Okay, database. So this is for the training program. Okay, so there we have. So as you can see, the form has come. Okay, so the form has come. So here basically now we've got the ID. Okay, we've got the ID. Then here we've got one part which is the ID. Okay, this first part which is the ID. Then we've got another part which is the data type. Now when we talk about data type, we are trying to explain, or we are trying to figure out what type of data are we looking at. Are we looking at age? Are we looking at the the group of people, male or female? Are we looking at words, okay, and other things? So let's start. So we'll start first by the first one. So ID, we've already have the ID. ID, it means the number of a person. Okay, so if you are number 1, you come as number 1, then another one, number 2, number 3, then all these people are going to enter their details. Now when they enter their details, for us that is a data set. Okay, we use it to analyze so that we can basically be able to implement other ideas properly. Okay, so we've got ID. So let's look at now, maybe let's look at gender, right? So we're talking about gender. Then here short text, is it text? Let's look at now the data type. So there is an arrow there, there is an option. So we look at a drop down option, then we look at the options that are there. Okay, we look at the options that are there. So there is short text, long text, number, date, currency, auto, number, yes, no, hyperlink, attached, and calculated. Okay, so here you can actually choose. Nevertheless, if you click on lookup wizard, so here this lookup wizard, it creates a field, okay, which shows the value that you want. Okay, here, so here it can get from other value, but here you can actually you can type in. Okay, so there we have one, we have what, we have male. Okay, male. Then okay, 2, we got what, female, right? Okay, so let's try to see, finish. So that is, we've added a wizard, so we can actually add the the part that we want. Okay, nevertheless, male, female, things like that. So you choose which one you want. Okay, so we did that again to repeat. We went there, clicked there again, then we went on next. Okay, then okay, so number of columns. So of course column 1. Okay, number of columns, just say 2. Okay, so we got male and what, female. All right. Okay, so basically you can actually explore how this one works. Okay, short text. So that is a short text. So then we go to another aspect. What aspect are we looking at? Age, right? We want to find out what age do these people have. So let's have maybe date. So put a date there. Okay, let's go to another one. Age. Then we have the age group. So what do we have? What else do we have? So age, so gender, age, is gender, age. Then we look at the skill, okay, the skill that they get. So of course there we are choosing what? Short text, right? Then there the skill that they get. Then what else? We maybe, let's say, maybe tribe, right? Okay, of course tribe may not be important, but we're just putting it for the sake of putting it. All right, short text. Then what else do we have? Okay, so you can have so many, but for the sake of explanation, let's just have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have 5. So apart from tribe, what else do we have? What else do we have? Maybe let's look at the education, education attainment. Okay, so I want to look at how the education, how far many of these people have gone. Okay, so now on description here you are putting the description of the data type that you're entering. Okay, since this has been created, we created a format where people can begin to enter information. Okay, so for us to do that, so we'll of course okay, of course we are going to, so once that is done, you create all your variables here. All right, you create all your variables here. Then once that is done, you come on the left, the same arrow, you know, then you click on, first of all you have to save. Okay, first of all you have to save. Once that is saved, then you go there on Datasheet View. Okay, now as you can see, Datasheet View, so the Datasheet View now is showing you now the entries. Okay, so there you're entering you know, these factors. Of course, one thing that we forgot, let's actually go back. Let's put name, right? Name. Okay, so here of course we've got there we've got short text. Okay, so once that is done, okay, once that is done, let's go there again. So we look at that. Oh, we forgot to save. We saved. Okay, so name has actually come. Okay, all right. Now, so I want to move this one. So I'm dragging this because the name was this side, so I just dragged it to come first. I just dragged it, so that should not be a difficult thing for you to do. Okay, so let's now start. So here we've got 1. Okay, so here we've got ID, which is this person is what? Person number 1. Okay, so that is number 1. Of course, name, let's say M. Let's just say George, right? George. What is the gender of George? What is the gender of George? Male or female? George, of course, it's male. Okay, then you've got age. You just pick a random age. Their skill, ICT. Tribe, let's just say Bemba. Okay, Bemba education, let's just say secondary, right? Secondary. Okay, so we go to another one. Okay, so another one maybe is Mutale, right? Mutale is who? Female, right? Okay, female. Then age group, just pick there. Okay, then we put ICT, just say maybe tailoring. Okay, and design, and what? Tailoring and design. Then we're saying maybe Soli. Okay, then we're saying tertiary, right? Tertiary. Okay, so now remember, these details can be entered by, okay, let's say Ian. All right, then we have male, right? Then maybe you just choose the what? An ICT. All right, let's say Tonga, right? Then we have tertiary, of course. Okay, tertiary. Then we go on and on. All right, on and on, Michael. All right, then Michael is what? Female. Is Michael female or male? Okay, male. Let's go. Then you just pick a random age, date. All right. So that is provided that's age. So let's just say trailing and design, right? Then let's say Bemba. Okay, Bemba. Okay, so that's Bemba tertiary. Okay, I'll just say primary, right? Now you can enter as many as possible, so meaning that everyone that does the, everyone that does that enters, they will be entered in this. Okay, they will be entered. Now this data, as you have seen, this data, this now becomes a data set. All right, this becomes the data. You can have 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 of these. Okay, and mostly they use this for big companies, right, that want to to analyze the sales, the target group that they're looking at, what age mostly buys the product and things like that, and so many other areas. Okay, so what I can do is, you can actually, from there now, you can actually do different things. Okay, you can share different things, but you can actually transfer this work to Excel, PDF, and the other issue, and send it wherever you want to send. Now this is just a database management. It means that it manages information, it manages the data that comes in. Okay, so me as your tutor, I can use this information, I can use this software to record your performance. All right, I can record this your performance, to record it in here. Then once you are done, I'm able to come up with a figure on how you did and how you performed on the first, second, and other tests. So if you can export this data in other formats, you can export it in you can export it in Excel as a text file format, in form of a what and other things. Okay, so of course saving, let's just say we'll save it as, okay, so we'll save it the way it is saved already. Okay, so just say save as. Okay, so which part, what do I want to save it? Okay, just say save as. All right. Okay, so here just save it as a table, just like that, copy of just like sampled data. All right, so, and you are good to go. The work has been saved. Okay, you just pick where you want to save it, and you can easily access it to do other things. Now of course we're going to learn more on how now you can be able to translate this data into something else. Okay, thank you so much. You should be able to do the work that will be given to you through your various platforms that you have for learning. If you've got any questions, please be able to ask, so that you can be guided as we learn together. Thank you so much. Until we meet next time, when we are going to be looking at Microsoft Excel. This was the basic of Access, Microsoft Access. Until next time.